Hey, welcome back. It's another episode of Let's Talk. Today, our topic is fitness. Fitness. Honestly, we're all on the journey to just living a overall happier, healthier life, right? But fitness is a whole different ball game. It comes with responsibility, it comes with sacrifice, it comes with just taking responsibility and taking control of your health, your overall health. So today I'm just gonna kind of give you a little rundown of my fitness journey of the past 2 years. I want to say 3. I started like really trying to get into my working out and eating better and getting healthy regimen. I want to say around August of 2016, but I started trying to just like overall lose weight, and I had the wake up call at the beginning of 2016, the end of 2015. A little before that, but as far as doctor visits go, being told, hey, you're pre-diabetic, you might want to start getting your shit together. That was between December of 2015 and February-ish of 2016. But I started like really truly logging my progress in August of 2016. For those of you who don't know, I went through a lot of ups and downs, depression and things like that, and my weight suffered as a direct result from it. So, for a lot of years, I worked overnight. I want to say it was about 3.5 years. I worked overnight. So, with that being said, my eating habits were all off the charts. My sleeping pattern was all crazy. And, I lived a busy life. For the years of 2008, 2009, 2008 to 2015, I was in Texas. And in Texas, I had a range of jobs. At one point, I was in college, and I was juggling the 2 jobs in school, my classes, while trying to be an adult and be responsible, pay my bills, pay my rent, bring in my side of the income to split down the middle with everything, keep gas in my car, keep my car maintained, all on a little measly paycheck to paycheck minimum wage budget, which didn't always work in my or my girlfriend at the time's favor, but we learned valuable lessons from that time frame and that experience. And adulting is hard. So those of you who are still teenagers, who live in your mommy's house, and you've got the protection of your parents, enjoy it while you can, because the minute you walk out of the comfort zone of home, you are responsible for yourself 120%, 200%, 2000%. So, with that being said, I was juggling a lot. So, a lot of times, fast food, quick meals, snacks, a bag of chips, and a soda. That was dinner sometimes. Like, I ate like crap for most of that duration, and there were balanced meals in there because there were off days and weekends. But on 2 college students on the go, Yeah, it wasn't much time to eat like we should have. So, in that time frame, I gained, I want to say, 60, maybe 60, close to 70 pounds. And I put on that weight pretty quickly. I want to say in the last 3 years. So 2011 to 2014, I put on hella weight. And my body felt like crap. My mind felt like crap. I felt like crap. Things were going backwards and downhill in my personal life by 2014, which we'll get into later. And yeah, I was severely unhealthy. And by the time I made my way back to California in 2015, at the end of the year in 2015, I learned that I was pre-diabetic when I came back home to the house that I grew up in my last 3 years of high school. And I realized that I had to make a change, and I had to start loving myself, even though I hated myself then at that point. And I had to start making changes and fixing myself. So, since 2016, I've been kind of tweaking and working on the perfect fitness diet regimen for myself. And I've been logging my process, like I said, with my journal. And it helps me, honestly, to stay focused and to remain accountable. And I learned a lot. I've learned a lot through this journey. One very important thing before I forget, I want to say, and I learned this kind of by accident, don't deprive yourself of the things you like or love. Me, personally, my kryptonite is anything fried or sweet. So, donuts, fried fish, fried chicken, French fries. Oh my God, French fries. Like, my weakness is sugar and fried. Always, hands down. You gotta realize you can't just cut everything you love out, but you can be mindful of how much you've had and how much you intake. Be mindful of keeping some sort of a moderation, because I think that's where we mess up. Oh, I ate a chip. Fuck it, I must eat the whole bag now. You don't have to you don't have to look at it as a mistake or as a punishment. Enjoy and keep the things that you love in your life. Just be mindful of how much you intake. If you've had ice cream, say ice cream is your weakness, and you've got a gallon in the freezer, don't eat that whole gallon in a weekend or a week. Spread it out. Try to make it last a month. Think of it as something you only eat on Sundays when you're relaxing, and don't eat a giant bowl of it. Have a little saucer, like this little teacup size, the small teacups, versus a giant bowl. Make little tweaks, make little changes throughout the journey, and you'll notice a difference from that point. You'll notice that you kind of feel better about yourself. You kind of feel, okay, I can control my urges. Okay, I am responsible. Because for me, I've noticed I also love chips. I don't crave chips as much anymore because I, one, haven't taken them all the way away in my life, and two, I figured how to moderate it. Say, okay, I have a craving for chips. I'm going to put them on this little plate, and as much that will fit on this little plate is what I will eat. I will not have anymore. I will not go back for seconds because I enjoy my seconds. And yeah, so that was the starting point. The part where I started to take accountability and be accountable for my own actions. So I still eat chips. I still have fried food. I haven't had anything fried in about 2-3 weeks. And like I said, when I do eat fried chicken or fried fish, I will only have 2 pieces. I won't have 3 and 4 pieces. Like, I'm serious. I don't play. I was not playing. If I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna eat. And I could throw back 4 pieces of fried chicken easily. Depending on the size of the chicken, yeah, I'm going all out. But I learned moderation, balance, and, don't deprive yourself. Because the minute you deprive yourself is when you kind of snap. I read that somewhere, that if you take it away and then all of a sudden you eat it, then your mind is like, oh, I need to punish myself because I just ate a spoonful of ice cream, so I'm an awful person. I should be shunned. So I'm just going to eat this whole tub and cry. You don't have to do that. Moderation. Just remember, moderation is the key. I also learned, second, don't obsess over the scale. The scale is the worst enemy of all of us out here trying to live our best lives through the form of fitness. Me, I hate weighing in. So I just stopped. And every time I think about it, then I'll do it, which isn't very often. I might not weigh in for another month or two. I don't want to see the numbers because I also learned that the scale is kind of deceiving. It doesn't know the difference between fat and muscle. So in reality, it can look like you gained 5 pounds when actually it's just one from your meal. Maybe you had maybe it's the end of the day and you've had dinner just a few minutes ago. Also, maybe you gained 2 pounds of muscle. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up and don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to the scale. Sometimes it takes a few days for, your digestion of a big meal, the water, like maybe you just started drinking more water. It takes a while for your body to adjust to all of the things that it's going through. I feel like during this journey, I'm feeling it more on the inside first, then seeing the results on the outside. I feel like like I was 19 again and thin and, weighed 120 pounds. I don't remember how much I weighed in high school. I don't know. But I feel on the inside, I feel like a teenager. Then I walk past the mirror and I see my gut and I'm pissed again. But yeah, don't pay too much attention to the scale. You can write it down if you want to write it down, but don't obsess over the numbers because they change and they tend to change pretty quickly. They could change in 4 hours. You could weigh 190 pounds right now, and then after you've digested your dinner, you might weigh 182. Well, maybe not 182, but maybe like 188. Maybe that was 2 pounds of digestion going on. It's the body's weird and it does a lot of things, and there's a lot of process and progress within your body. So don't beat yourself up on those numbers in the scale. The third thing, which I struggle with anything that I do or get involved with, consistency. So if you build consistency around your new journey, your regimen, you will see and feel those results a lot quicker and a lot stronger than someone who does it every now and then, or when they feel like it, or when they think about it. For me, I started off very rocky. I would work out, then I wouldn't go anywhere near a fitness equipment or out at the park or nothing for a month, 2 weeks, 10 days. Like, it was all over the place. Then I realized, okay, this is what works for me as far as a schedule. I'm going to work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As soon as I wake up between these hours, and that helped me stay focused, and it helped me say, okay, it's Monday, I know what I gotta do. Okay, it's Wednesday, I know what I've gotta do. Okay, it's Friday, last workout of the week. Let's get pumped, let's get this over with. This isn't gonna take no time. And when I started to build that consistency, I was more motivated to actually work out. I looked forward to it. I was like, okay, it's 8 a.m. I'm feeling it. I feel like working out. I want to be on that treadmill. I want to do that stationary bike. I want to do that ab exercise. I was excited in a way. So that's when it started to become easier for me, when I started to implement the consistency into my regimen. Also, just the last piece of advice, find a way to make it fun. Find a way to make your workout a little more exciting than just, it's a chore. Kind of like when you're growing up and your parents are always hounding you to do your homework or take out the trash or go do the dishes. These are chores. They feel like chores. Nothing fun about going to take out the trash. Don't let your workout feel like a chore. For me, for probably 99% of people, music helps me get through it. I have to put on something that's upbeat, that's gonna get me in the zone, that's gonna get me like pumped up to say, all right, move your legs a little faster. Okay, move your arms. Okay, go a little bit harder. You can do 5 more. It helps for me, and probably for a lot of people. But find a way to make it more fun. Maybe build up some little challenges for yourself if you're that type of person. If you enjoy just challenging yourself, do that. Set up a little bit of a weekly challenge. Say, okay, I have a goal of working out 3 days a week and losing 2 pounds every week. Some people, that might be fun for them. So view it as a challenge, also as an activity and not a chore. Yeah, so those are the things that I've learned and kind of implemented in my life to make these subtle but effective changes in my life. And when we get back after this break, I'm going to give you my daily, weekly, and monthly routines, the things that I do physically to keep myself on track. So stay tuned. I'll be back with you in a minute. you for being patient during that short break. Hope you enjoyed what you listened to. Let's get right back on into our topic. Today, we're talking fitness. And before we went on break, I just kind of explained to you how I got to this point on my journey of working out and trying to eat better and implementing these different things that I've learned in this past 2.5 to 3 years. I'm a big time researcher. I'm kind of a dork when it comes to information and learning. Like, I get obsessive. I get very into a new project or a new subject matter. Like, I am obsessed with learning. It's one of my other addictions, one of my healthier addictions. I just enjoy learning and expanding my knowledge and kind of challenging my brain and myself in the sense of, going forward, moving forward, elevating myself. So, with a lot of this stuff that I've learned, it comes from books, magazines, articles in the paper, YouTube, blogs, Google. Anything and everything is a source of knowledge for me. So, real quick, we're gonna get into these regimens, these routines that I perform daily, weekly, and monthly. So everybody knows, everybody says the age-old tale: 8 glasses of water a day, and it does everything. It does your body good. And I have found that to be true. I do feel better and lighter and more. I guess I even feel a little more energetic since I've been drinking water on a daily basis. I do drink 8 glasses. And this is your standard 16-ounce cup or glass. And 8 glasses of that a day. But here's my trick, and this is something that I learned, I believe, from YouTube. Take a lemon, cut it into 4 wedges. I squeeze 2 of the wedges, which is a half a lemon, of the pretty good sized ones, not those little tiny ones. So squeeze a half a lemon, the juice, into your first glass of water. Before you eat anything, before you drink any coffee, before anything touches your stomach, have that glass of lemon water first. Then that's said to kind of, eat away at the fat and get your metabolism going a little bit. That's what the lemons help with. And then at the end of the night, my 8th glass, I put the cider vinegar in it. Just a little bit. A good, maybe a tablespoon is enough. Just enough to kind of taste it, but not to overpower your water. Same with lemon. It kind of attacks the fat cells and burns. It'll help you burn that fat while you're sleeping. Generally, that's what a few different people have said in their either articles or videos on YouTube. So that's my daily regimen. Drinking those 8 glasses of water a day. And I believe that it's kind of fixed a few of my health problems, strangely enough. I used to get these headaches every single day. Sometimes they would last for like 2 days, 3 days. I think I might have had a headache for a straight 5 days once. Bad headaches, usually going from the front of my forehead all the way to the back, where like the ponytail typically is tightened. I would loosen out my ponytail. I would just let my hair go out. It still would be excruciating. I realized that it was the sugar intake. So when I stopped drinking sodas, those headaches started to kind of fade a little bit. And when I just started drinking water and water alone, I haven't had a headache in a while, a really long time. And I've been doing this water thing since about the first week of January. So I I feel drastically different. I haven't had a headache. I want to say I had maybe 2 headaches since January. And those were because I was stressing out about something. I don't remember. But it had nothing to do with sugar because I wasn't drinking. I wasn't even drinking juices really. Um, Mainly water. And then my 2 cups of coffee in the morning. Now, I drink coffee now. Um, yeah, so that's my daily routine. My weekly routine, as we talked about earlier, is the working out, the physical activity. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I dedicate it to my workout regimen. And my workout regimen usually lasts between 45 minutes and to an hour. Depending on how motivated I am, how fast I'm moving, how much I just want to get it over with, because it's getting hot out and I work out in my garage. There's workout equipment that my mother has accumulated over the years, and that's my gym, because for a very long time I was unemployed, so I couldn't go and afford a gym membership or you know that kind of thing. So I didn't have that luxury, but I did have the luxury of these things being in the garage. So I do. First, I start with 20 minutes on the treadmill. I go at a pace of 20 miles an hour. In the beginning, I believe I started at 5 miles an hour because I was just so out of shape and out of breath. Probably only lasted a good 10 minutes on that thing, if I'm being completely honest. It was torture. I didn't want to get out of bed, let alone work out, you know? I was grappling with my own emotions and my problems. But now that I've gotten to this point, 20 miles an hour for 20 minutes is piece of cake. Today, it felt like nothing. It felt like I did 10 minutes. So, believe me when I tell you, it does get better. It does get easier. My second workout, right after the treadmill, I jump on that stationary bicycle. I don't believe that the resistance is high. I haven't really messed with that knob, but what I more so focus on is the amount of miles that I go, which is 10 miles, and how fast, or sometimes I try to move my ab, like the ab muscles. I will twist from side to side while cycling, just to kind of get some extra movement, doing some extra work in there. But with the bicycle, I'm going to tell you right now, the bicycle kicks your ass. While you are cycling, you will be pouring sweating. You will want to give up. Just keep cycling. Just slow down your legs. You don't have to move at a crackhead speed. You don't have to cycle 100 miles an hour. Just go at a comfortable pace. Try to engage your stomach muscles and just focus on the activity of just doing it. I go for 10 miles. I started off, I really think I started off doing 2 miles. If I got 2 miles, I was proud of myself. Then I pushed it up to 5, then I pushed it up to 10, and I've stayed there. Eventually, I will bump all my numbers up again, but for a while, I just kind of stay where I am. That way, I'm not killing myself, but I am doing something. While I'm making the commitment to do this regimen every day, that's what I'm doing. And then finally, the third workout is abs. I'm focusing on the abs. So I got a slant board, which is that little chair looking thing that you lay on and you do your crunches. I have 3-pound weights, put them in both hands. So I do 400 varied crunches. I begin with the forward crunches, the standard ones. I do 100. Then I do the side to sides. I do 200, which is basically 100 on each side. Then I do the leg ups, where my legs are straight up and I meet my legs in the middle. Do 50. Then the other 50, I do the legs pulling towards me. And that's my whole workout. After I, cool down, shower, whatever, I started recently doing this thing that I call the tummy freeze. For those of you who may have seen it on YouTube, it's called Cool Sculpting. And it's something that people have been doing research on, I want to say the past year, maybe 2, I don't remember. But basically, there's a device that the doctor attaches to the person's area that won't lose fat and freezes it for about 45 minutes to an hour. Then, after some time, that area is supposed to flatten. A lot of people have been, talking about this method on the news and whatever. So I said, let me try it. Again, me being very inquisitive. So for the past, I want to say maybe 2 months now, I want to say around March, I've been doing the ice pack, put some saran wrap around it and just sit it right on my tummy and let it all freeze up for a good hour, depending on if the sandwich bag has a hole in it or not, and I'm dripping water everywhere. I try to keep it on there a good 45 minutes to an hour. I personally feel like it's kind of working. I feel like my stomach is a little flatter now. It does feel like it's working. Maybe it's placebo, maybe it's all mental, but whatever, it feels good to me. So I've gotten used to this cool sculpting. So that's a little side note. That's not mandatory. It's just if you feel like trying it, go for it. All right, so monthly, every second or third weekend, basically, I always try to pick the weekend in the middle of the month. So it could be the second or third weekend of the month. I do a cleanse or a detox, which basically consists of 2 things. The first thing is something I just totally made up. I take that same 16-ounce glass, or maybe less of it. You don't have to fill the glass up. Drink the prune juice. Then I'll have a hot tea, which is it's called diet tea or detox tea. There's a lot of different brands, but basically you kind of know where this is going. I do this for 3 days, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm just, enjoying my personal space in a specific room where this takes place. I'm not trying to gross anybody out, so I'm going to keep it cute. Yeah, so that's the first cleanse. Or I've recently found this it's a salad. It's called a vitamin salad, and it consists of cabbage, beets, carrots, lemon juice, olive oil. seasoning if you want, dill if you want. You can add cucumbers if you'd like. But the basis of it is cabbage, one whole cabbage, two beets, three medium carrots. You grate them all in a bowl. You mix them up with the oil, the seasoning, and the lemon juice. And you eat that for 3 days. It's supposed to, get all the toxins out of your body. I'm going to warn you, your toilet bowl is going to be red. Don't freak out. It's the beets. I need to mention that. Don't freak out. You're not dying. It's the beets. Beets are red. It's going to turn the whole toilet bowl red. Flush, you'll be fine. But I tried the detox salad, and it was not bad. I didn't hate it. I thought I would hate it. But you eat that for 3 days, and I want to say next month I'm going to try it again. This month, actually yesterday, was the last day of my detox. I just did the prune juice and the detoxing tea, which is my go-to. That's what I've been using for the most part of this whole thing. But yeah, if you really want to go hard, do the tea and the salad and just make it a whole experience. Make sure you're home alone though. You don't want to traumatize anybody that you live with. So so that's my journey and my regimen, and I hope that it helps somebody out, and I hope that it inspires someone to do better and make their life a little less stressful, a little less unhealthy, and let me know in the comments below how you guys feel. What are some of your obstacles? What are some of your hacks for fitness? What are some of the things that you enjoy doing that help you feel better about yourself on this journey of weight loss and fitness? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with me through this rather lengthy video. Until next time, guys.